Setting a proper motivation with 3 points. Refuge field. What to visualize and how to visualize. Bodhicitta field, what to visualize and how to visualize. And the purpose of this practice is to awaken the Buddha nature within us, the seed of perfection, the perfectly fearless and perfectly infinite happiness. Yet why it is not manifested yet is because, like a gold, when mixed with the soil, the gold does not glow. Likewise, it is mixed with the metal defilements. And the metal defilements is of two kinds, gross and subtle. The gross is referred to as the afflictive obscurations, which blocks us from achieving the total as the state of fearlessness, technically referred to as nirvana. And the cognitive obscurations, the subtle ones, stop us from achieving the infinite happiness, referred to as the Buddhahood. And the gross afflictive obscurations are of 3 kinds: contaminant karmas, afflictions, and the active seeds, and all 3 somehow rooted to the self-grasping ignorance. And it is the wisdom of emptiness, the counterforce, introduction of which, reinforcement of which, all the afflictive obscurations can be eradicated if driven by the force of renunciation. On the contrary, the cognitive obscurations can be gotten rid of by the same wisdom of emptiness, but driven by the force of bodhicitta, grounded on great compassion, and supported by the renunciation. So the whole purpose of our class here, the course here, is to activate the wisdom of emptiness and activate the seed of bodhicitta, activate the seed of compassion, and activate the seed of renunciation. Okay, with that in mind, let's turn to page 3. And all sentient, you are leading this, and all sentient beings joining us, and all Buddhas and Bodhisattvas are watching us. And teach with great compassion, you taught the Immaculate Dharma to dispel all perverted views. To you, the Buddha Gautama, I pay homage. And teach with great compassion, you taught the Immaculate Dharma to dispel all perverted views. To you, the Buddha Gautama, I pay homage. And teach with great compassion, you taught the Immaculate Dharma to dispel all perverted views. To you, the Buddha Gautama, I pay homage. Sanje joda zoge jonam la, shanju bado dane jabzoje,
Dage jinso gebe tsonam ge lola benjire sanje jubare shu sanje juda tsoge chonam chanju baldo dane jabzo shi dage jinso gebe tsonam ge lola benjire sanje jubare shu sanje juda tsoge chonam la chanju bardo dane jabzo chi dage jinso gebe tsonam ge tola benjire sanje jubare ju sanje juda zoge chonam la chanju bardo dane jabzo chi dage jinso gebe tsonam ge tola benjire sanje jubare ju. I go for refuge until I'm enlightened to the Buddha, the Dharma, the Sangha, by my accumulations or practice of giving and so forth. May I become a Buddha to benefit all sentient beings. I go for refuge until I'm enlightened to the Buddha, the Dharma, the Sangha, by my accumulations or practice of giving and so forth. May I become a Buddha to benefit all sentient beings. I go for refuge until I'm enlightened to the Buddha, the Dharma, the Sangha, by my accumulations or practice of giving and so forth. May I become a Buddha to benefit all sentient beings. Independent origination, there is no ceasing, no arising, no annihilation, no permanence, no coming, no going. I prostrate to the consummate Buddha, the Supreme Among all teachers, the one who taught this peace, which is free of elaborations. I prostrate to the mothers of the hearers, the Bodhisattas and the Buddhas, who through the knowledge of all leads hearers seeking pacification, complete peace, who through the knowledge of past courses also have been migrated to achieve the aims of the world, and who through the possession of omniscient self-subduers expound a variety of teachings. The one who is transformed into the reliable guide, motivated by altruism to benefit sentient beings, the teachers who guard and protect her, to you I make restorations. The one who is eliminated the web of conceptualizations and is endowed with the divine bodies of the vast and the profound, who eternally shines for the forever noble right race, to you the Buddha I make restorations. Inspired by wisdom and compassion, today in the Buddha's presence I chant the mind of full awakening for the benefit of all sentient beings. Om ye dharma hetu prabhavam hetum desham tathagato yavatat desham chayo nirodha evam vate mahashramanaya swaha. Om ye dharma hetu prabhava hetum desham tathagato yavatat desham chayo nirodham evam vate mahashramanaya swaha. Om ye dharma hetu prabhavam tum desham tathagato yavatat desham chayo nirodham evam vate mahashramanaya swaha. All phenomena arise from causes. The causes are taught by the Tathagata. The existential causes as well as taught by the great seer. Profound, peaceful, elaboration-free, clear light and non-composite. Such is the nectar like dharma I have discovered. Finding no one who can fathom this teaching, in silence I'll return to the words. Beyond utterance, thought, and expression is the perfection of wisdom, which is unborn, unceased, and has the nature of space, is the object of apprehension of self-realized wisdom. To you, the mother of the Buddhas of the three times are beauties. All composite things are impermanent. All contaminated things are of the nature of suffering. All phenomena are of the nature of emptiness, selflessness. Transcending sorrow is peace. The Guru is the Buddha, the Guru is the Dharma, likewise the Guru is the Sangha. The Guru is the source of everything wholesome. I go for refuge in the Guru. By the sound of the vibrant drum of Dharma, you liberate all beings of miseries. I beseech you to kindly remain and give teachings until the end of the expanse of billions of aeons. The Buddha does not watch the negativities of beings, nor does he remove their miseries by his hands. His spiritual realizations are not transferred to them. It is by teaching the truth of suchness that the beings are liberated. With folded hands, I beseech the Buddhas of all directions to shine the light of Dharma for all bewildered miseries gloom. If you are attached to this life, you are not a spiritual practitioner. If you are attached to samsara, you have no renunciation. If you are attached to your own self-interest, you have no bodhicitta. If there is grasping, you do not have the view. Page 14, phrase to Shakyamuni Buddha. To the founder, the enduring transcendent destroyer, the one gone beyond, four-destroyer, completely perfected, full awakened being, perfect in knowledge and in good conduct, Sugata, knower of the world, supreme God of human beings to be tamed, teacher of gods and human beings, to you, the complete and fully awakened one, the endowed transcendent destroyer, the glorious conqueror, the subduer from the Shakya clan, I persuade make offerings and go for refuge. When all supreme amongst humans, you were born on this earth, you passed out 7 strides, then said, I am supreme in this world. To you who are wise, then I prostrate. With pure bodies, form supremely pure, wisdom ocean like a golden mountain, fame that blazes in the 3 worlds, winner of the best, Lord, to you I prostrate. With the supreme science, face like a spotless moon, color like gold, to you I prostrate. Dust-free like you, the 3 worlds are not, incomparable wise one, to you I prostrate. The Savior having great compassion, the Founder having all understanding, the field of merit will call it just like a vast ocean. To you, the purity that frees one from lower, the virtues that free one from lower realms, the one part, the sublime pure reality, to the Dhamma that pacifies also show the path to liberation. The holy feel qualified with elect realizations, who are devoted to the moral precepts, to you the Sangha I prostrate, to not commit any non-virtuous actions, perform only perfect virtuous actions, subdue mind thoroughly. This is the teaching of the Buddha. A star, a visual aberration, a flame of lamp, an illusion, a drop of dew or a bubble, a dream, a flash of lightning, a cloud, see conditioned things as such. Through this merits may sentient beings attain the rank of all-seeing, subdue the 4 faults, and be delivered from samsara's ocean, perturbed by the ways of aging, sickness, and death. Page 29, Heart Sutra. I prostrate to the arrayed triple gem. Thus did I hear at one time the Buddha was dwelling on the mass of Vulture's mountain in Rajgriha, together with a great community of monks and a great community of bodhisattvas. At that time, the Buddha was absorbed in concentration on the categories of phenomena called profound illumination. Also at that time, the bodhisattva Mahasattva Avalokiteshvara looked upon the very practice of the profound illumination of wisdom and beheld those 5 aggregates also as empty of inherent nature. Then through the power of the Buddha, the Venerable Shariputra said this to the Bodhisattva Mahasattva Avalokiteshvara: how should any child of the lineage who wishes to practice the activity of profound perfection of wisdom train? He said that, and the Bodhisattva Mahasattva Avalokiteshvara said this to the Venerable Shariputra: Shariputra, any son of the lineage or daughter of the lineage who wishes to practice the activity of the profound perfection of wisdom should look upon it like this, correctly and repeatedly, beholding those 5 aggregates also as empty of inherent nature. Form is empty, emptiness is form. Empty is not other than form, form is also not other than emptiness. In the same way, failing discrimination, composite factors, and consciousness empty. Shariputra, likewise, all phenomena are empty, without characteristic, unproduced, unceased, stainless, not without stain, not deficient, not fulfilled. Shariputra, therefore, in emptiness there is no form, no failing, no discrimination, no composite factors, no consciousness, no eye, no ear, no nose, no tongue, no body, no mind, no visual form, no sound, no smell, no taste, no object of touch, and no phenomenon. There is no I element, and so on, up to and including no mind element and no mental consciousness element. There is no ignorance, no extinction of ignorance, and so on, up to and including no aging and death. Similarly, there is no suffering, origination, cessation path. There is no exalted wisdom, no attainment, also no non-attainment. Shariputra, therefore, because there is no attainment, bodhisattvas rely on and dwell in the perfection of wisdom, the mind without obscuration, thus without fear. Having completely passed beyond era, they reach the endpoint nirvana. All the Buddhas who dwell in the 3 times also manifested completely awakened to unsurpassable, perfect, complete enlightenment in reliance on the perfection of wisdom. Therefore, the mantra of the perfection of wisdom, the mantra of great knowledge, unsurpassed mantra, the mantra equal to the unequaled, the mantra that thoroughly pacifies all suffering should be known as truth, since it is not false. The mantra of perfection of wisdom is declared, Dhyata Om Gade Gade Para Samgade Bodhi Swaha. Shariputra, the Bodhisattva, Mahasattva, should train in the profound perfection of wisdom like that. Then the Buddha arose from that concentration and commanded the Bodhisattva, Mahasattva, Aravalokiteshvara, saying, well said, son of the lineage, it is like that, it is like that. Once you practice a profound perfection of wisdom, just as you have indicated, even the Tathagatas rejoice. The Buddha having thus spoken, Venerable Sharitvatiputra, the Bodhisattva, Mahasattva, Aravalokiteshvara, those sounding entirety along with the world of gods, humans, asuras, and gandharvas were overjoyed and highly praised that spoken by the Buddha. Dhyata Om Gate Gate Paragate Parasamgate Bodhi Swaha 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 Dhyata Om Gate Gate Paragate Samgate Bodhi Swaha. By the teachings of the three supreme jewels possessing power of truth, may inner and outer hindrance be transformed, may they be dispelled, may they be non-existent, may they be pacified, may all negative forces opposed to the Dhamma be completely pacified, may the host of 80,000 obstacles be pacified, may we be separated from problems and conditions harmful to the Dhamma, may auspicious and perfect happiness pervade this place now. Okay, three principles of the path. Page 74. The three principles of path are renunciation, bodhicitta, and wisdom emptiness. And the manner in which these three are taught are in the three aspects, or the three ways. Each of them, say renunciation. The point one. Why to generate renunciation? Number one. Number two, how to generate renunciation. Number three, what's the measure of having generated renunciation? Why, how, and the measure. Likewise, why, how, measure for bodhicitta. Why, how, measure for the wisdom of emptiness. This is so beautifully explained, and that's very true. If you have these 3 points, then we will automatically be driven towards the practice of these three, and then we will reap the maximum benefit of the fearlessness and the infinite happiness. Okay, so these 3 points are very clearly indicated there, and let us try to make sure that the words flow, the meanings flow, and to the best you can, even the experience flow. I bow down to the Venerable Lamas. As well as I am able, I will explain the essence of all the teachings of the Conqueror, the path praised by the Conqueror's children, entrance for those who desire liberation. Listen with a clear mind, you fortunate ones, who are not attached to the joys of cyclic existence. Try to make good use of leisure and opportunity. Without renunciation, an end to attraction for the pleasure of cyclic existence is unattainable. The craving for existence who also binds beings, thus from the outset seek renunciation. Reverse attraction to this life by reflecting on how leisure and opportunity are difficult to find and how life is ephemeral and without span. Reverse attraction to future lives by repeatedly thinking of the infallibility of cause, karma and its effects, the miseries of samsara. Contemplating thus, when for an instant you do not admire the splendors of cyclic existence and remain intent on liberation day and night, then at that time true renunciation is born in you. However, renunciation, if not tempered by pure mind of bodhicitta, will not bring forth the perfect bliss of unsurpassed enlightenment. Therefore, the wise ones generate the excellent mind of bodhicitta, swept in the current of the four powerful rivers, tied by strong bonds of karma and so hard to undo, and snared within the iron net of self-grasping, completely enveloped by the thick darkness of ignorance, born and reborn in boundless cyclic existence, ceaselessly tormented by the three miseries. Thinking of your mothers in this condition, generate the most supreme mind of bodhicitta. Although you train in renunciation in the mind of bodhicitta, without wisdom that realizes the ultimate reality, you cannot cut the root of cyclic existence. Therefore, strive to realize dependent arising. One who sees the infallible cause and effect of all phenomena in samsara and nirvana, and destroys all focuses of apprehension, has entered the path which pleases the Buddhas. Appearances are infallible, dependent arising. Emptiness is understanding that is free of assertions. As long as these two are seen as quite distinct, you have not yet realized the intent of the Buddhas. When these two realizations are concurrent, where the mere sight of infallible dependent origination concurrently destroys all modes of grasping through this definite discernment, at that time the analysis of the profound view is perfected. Furthermore, appearances refute the extreme of existence. Emptiness refutes the extreme of non-existence. When you understand that emptiness arises in the form of cause and effect, you are not captivated by the view of extremes. O my child, once you have thus realized the points of the three principal paths, seek solitude and cultivate strong determination, and quickly reach the final aspired goal. Seven practice, page 34. I bow down to the youthful Arimanjushri. You lions amongst humans, gone to freedom in the present, past, and future. In the words of 10 directions, to all of you with body, speech, and sincere mind, I bow down. With the energy or aspiration for the Bodhisattva way, with a sense of deep respect, and with as many bodies as atoms of the world, to all you Buddhas visualized as real, I bow down. On every atom of Buddhas, numberless as atoms, each is a host of Bodhisattvas. I am confident the sphere of all phenomena is entirely filled with the Buddhas in this way. With the infinite oceans of praise for you, and also sound from the aspects of my voice, I sing the breathtaking excellence of Buddhas and celebrate all of you Sugātas. Beautiful flowers and regal garlands, sweet music, scented oils and parasols, sparkling lights and sublime incense are offered to victorious ones, the Buddhas. Fine dress and fragrant perfumes, sandalwood powder heaped high as Mount Meru, all wondrous offerings in spectacular array offered to you victorious ones. With transcendent offerings, peerless and vast, with profound admiration for all the Buddhas, with strength of conviction in the Bodhisattva way, offer and bow down to all victorious ones. Every harmful action I have done with my body, speech, and mind, overwhelmed by attachment, anger, and confusion, all these I openly lay bare before you. Let my heart rejoice in all the merit of the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas in 10 directions, of solitary realization here still training, and those beyond, and of all ordinary beings. You who are the bright lights of worlds in 10 directions, who have attained a Buddha's omniscience through the stages of awakening, all you are my guides, please turn the supreme will of Dharma. With palms together, I earnestly request you who may actualize parinirvana, please stay with us for aeons, numberless atoms of the world, for the happiness and well-being of all wanderers in samsara. Whatever slight merit I may have accumulated by making prostrations, offering and confessing, rejoicing and requesting that the Buddha stay and teach, are now dedicated all this for the full awakening of all beings.
Mantle offering. This ground anointed with perfume, strewn with flowers, adorned with Mount Meru, the four continents, the sun and the moon. I imagine this as a Buddha filled and offer it. May all sentient beings enjoy the pure land. O Sajibhe May I be blessed that my mind is directed towards the Dharma. May I be blessed that my Dharma practices on the proper path. May I be blessed that the path is free of flaws. May I be blessed that the flaws are seen in the light of exalted wisdom. Becoming frustrated with ignorance that grasps my true existence, please bless me with genuine renunciation, seeing all aspects of samsara as viciously repulsive. Bless me with that cherishes others more than myself. Please bless me to have an immaculate experience of the wisdom of emptiness that does not see even an atom of intrinsic reality on the basis of understanding how things come into being by dependent origination through mere conditioning. Please bless me that my mind overflows with the precious wisdom of non-duality of bliss and emptiness. Idam Guru Ratnam Lagam Nirateyami. The foundation of all good qualities. Page 39. The foundation of all good qualities is kind and perfect pure Guru. Correct devotion to him is the root of path. By clearly seeing this and applying great effort, please bless me to rely upon him with great respect. Understanding that the precious freedom of this rebirth is found only once, is greatly meaningful and is difficult to find again. Please bless me to generate the mind that unceasingly day and night takes its essence. This life is as impermanent as a water bubble. Remember how quickly it decays and death comes. After that, just like a shadow follows the body, the results of virtuous and non-virtuous karma follow. Finding firm and definite conviction in this, please bless me always to be careful, to abandon even the slightest negativities and accomplish all virtuous deeds. Samsaric splendors are unsatisfying and unreliable. Seeking them is the door to all suffering. Recognizing these shortcomings, please bless me generally with a strong wish for the bliss of liberation. Led by this pure thought, mindfulness, alertness, and great caution arise. Please bless me to accomplish this essential practice. Just as I have fallen into the sea of samsara, so have all mother mind created beings. Please bless me to see this, train in Supreme Bodhicitta, and bear the responsibility of Even if I develop Bodhicitta, but I don't practice it, the three types of morality, I'll not achieve enlightenment. With my clear recognition of this, please bless me to practice the Bodhisattva vows with great energy. Once I pacify distractions to wrong objects and correctly analyze the meaning of reality, please bless me to generate clearly within my mind stream the unified path of karma body and special insight. Having become a pure vessel by training in the general path, please bless me to enter the holy gateway of the fortunate ones, the Supreme Vajra vehicle. At that time, the basis of accomplishing the two attainments is keeping pure vows and samaya. As I become firmly convinced of this, please bless me to protect these vows and pledges like my life. Then, having realized the importance of the two stages, essence of Vajrayana, by practicing with great energy, never giving up the 4 sessions, please bless me to realize the teaching of the Holy Guru. Like that, may the Gurus who show the noble path and the spiritual friends who practice their long lives, please bless me to pacify completely all outer and inner hindrances. In all my lives, never separate from perfect Gurus, we enjoy the magnificent Dharma. By completing the qualities of the stages and paths, may I could attain the state of Vajratara. You are Avalokiteshvara, great treasure of compassion not aimed at true existence, and Manjushri, master of flawless wisdom, as well as Vajrapani, destroyer of hosts of demons without exception, Tsongkhapa, crown jewel of the sages of the land of snows, Lobsantaba at your feet and make prostrations.
me me zave tere che re se che me kembe om boy jambe yang han jen ke be zo ge zo ga ba lo san ta be shab la so wan me me za va tere che re se che me ke me om bo jam be yang han jen ke be zo ge zo ga ma lo sa ta be shab la so wan me me za va tere che re se che me ke me wan bo jam yang han jen ke be zo ge zo ga ba lo san ta be shab la so wan Your Avalokiteshvara, great treasure and compassion, not aimed at true existence, and Manjushri, master of flawless wisdom, as well as Vajrapani, destroy hosts of demons without exception. Tsongkhapa, crown jewel of the sages, land of the snows, Lord Santaba, at your feet I make prostrations. Okay, channel to Marv Consummate Yoga. Kamje Nejuk Sem Kyepa. First, the Shamatha practice, 5 minutes. Are you ready?
Next renunciation. We're going to do that without the instructions. So I'll just enumerate each of the seals, and then we'll meditate on that basis. Okay. Renunciation. Renunciation is to renounce the miseries. Miseries, there are three kinds: suffering, change, and the pervasive condition of suffering. So it is only through renouncing all three that the real renunciation is generated. For that matter, we need to be able to renounce the cause of the miseries, and the Buddha Shakyamuni taught the teaching on the four seals. So we're going to do that, do the practice on the basis of the practice of the four seals. All composite things are impermanent. All contaminated things suffer in nature. Everything's the nature, emptiness and selflessness. Everything is the nature, emptiness and selflessness. Let us meditate on the emptiness of somebody who you love so much, like your mother, father, your husband, your wife, or your child, or somebody who you love so much, very genuinely, somebody to whom you so genuinely love. See if you can systematically go to the experience of emptiness with this person. in this non-dual wisdom of emptiness, just as the best of the person to whom you love the most dissolves, all agitation, sorrow, mental disturbance also dissolve in this experience. So there, you will not find anything as a factor to disturb you. This is known as absolute peace. Stay in this experience of emptiness, where that's the person and all the conventional phenomena dissolve, including the agitation, sadness, anxiety, stress, anguish, and mental disturbance. Truly seeking this experience of the emptiness, where all misery is dissolved and nirvana is achieved, that mind seeking this goal is the most advanced version of the renunciation. Stay in this experience for a while. Okay, next Bodhicitta. Before we switch to Bodhicitta, let's please take a few seconds rest. Okay, ready? Let us reinforce the visualization of Buddhas and Bodhisattvas in front of us, and how we visualize them, what to visualize, and how to visualize. Your Bodhicitta field, what to visualize, how to visualize. And the purpose of this practice is to eradicate this self-centered attitude. And of course we can do on both two methods of Bodhicitta, but with constraint of time we'll do the 4 immeasurables, and that too, not in the form of guided meditation, but I'll just enumerate each of the 4 immeasurables, and our job is to reflect on the meanings in the poem, the 5 points. How good would it be? May all sentient beings be. I'll take the responsibility. Then all the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas blessing the beings with the respective purpose. And then you rejoicing and you feeling such a tremendous joy. And as I move to the next immeasurable, no rush, just gradually, slowly wind up what are you doing, and then move to the 2nd, 3rd, and 4th respectively. Okay. Immeasurable loving kindness. immeasurable compassion. Immeasurable joy. That's the immeasurable equanimity. underscoring all the four measurables, is the unconditional love towards all dear mother sentient beings. Abide in this unconditional love of all dear mother sentient beings with so much love and affection, unconditional love. You are looking at the eyes of each dear mother sentient beings, reassuring them, giving the reassurance, I'm there to take care of you, have no fear. To the extent that each one of them feels himself as so special in your eyes. With folded hands, let us make a Bodhicitta commitment, wholeheartedly. May I become Buddha for the benefit of all my dear mother sentient beings. May I become Buddha for the benefit of all my dear mother sentient beings. May I become Buddha for the benefit of all my dear mother sentient beings. Abide in spiritual mind of Bodhicitta. Slowly transform the spirit of mind of Bodhicitta into a spotless, clean, moon disk, horizontally sitting at the heart. Okay, how can one become Buddha? The Buddhahood, the seed of perfection, the seed of Buddhahood, Buddha nature is within each one of us. How to make it manifest is by cleansing the mental stains, removing the soil, then the golden side will start to glow. Likewise, remove the mental stains, the Buddha nature will manifest. How to remove the mental stains? By resorting to the most powerful remedy, which is the wisdom of emptiness. Okay, let us quickly retrieve the experience of emptiness which you meditated. Meditate as the third seal, the emptiness of the person to whom you loved the most. What are you seeing? I'm seeing the person to whom I feel so dear to, who is so dear to my heart. How does the person appear to you? Object real or like a dream your mind is creating it? For sure, object real. This is mistaken. This is self-grasping ignorance. This can be eradicated. How? Subjecting this person to ultimate analysis. If the person does exist objectively, then we should remember what Nagarjuna said. If the mirage were to be water, why not those close by the mirage see water? Likewise, if this person would exist objectively, why don't I see this person as I go closer to this object? Going closer to this object, we realize that there's nothing but the 6 elements. And the earth, the solid part of the person's body, like skin, the fatty tissues, the cartilages, the bones, heart, lungs. None of this element of earth is that person. And in water, the blood which is pumped in out by the heart to the different parts of the body, that's also not that person. And fire, the body heat, is also not a person. And the air that the person breathes in and out through the lungs is also not a person. Element of space, space vacuum in nature, the person solid in nature, is also not a person. Element of consciousness is also not a person. The consciousness does not gender. Gender is on the basis of the body. People can see that person, but I cannot see that person's mind. So the element of consciousness is also not me. What are you seeing now? I'm just seeing 6 elements. You are seeing the element of 6 elements. Where is this person? This person is not really there. It's not what your mind is exaggerating. It's not what your mind is refining. You are discovering that this person is not there from the object side. The person disappears. Stay in this experience. Slowly transform this fearless mind of the wisdom of emptiness into a spotlessly clean thumb-sized white Vajra, vertically sitting on the more discovered heart. It's amazing that you have the conventional Bodhicitta symbolized by the moon disk and the ultimate Bodhicitta symbolized by the Vajra, guaranteeing that the two demons, self-grasping, self-centered attitude, are going to be exterminated, and thus all the remnants of these two, in the form of the gross afflictions, inappropriate attention, gross afflictions, and quantum karmas, are all going to be eradicated, and thereby the root is cut, and all the offshoots, however millions of poisonous leaves they are growing on the tree, they all draw on their own. Likewise, all the miseries come to an end. It's amazing. But let us not forget your two dear mother, your two parents, kind parents, your children, and all dear mother sentient beings are there. They are suffering. What's the point of you liberated if I'm liberated and all my dear mother sentient are suffering? Yes, that's true. But in incredibly great compassion, this compassion invokes the Vajramuni to how to multiply infinite number of times. And she once said to Vajramuni at the heart of mother, one with at the heart of your father, at the heart of your children, at the heart of each one of your dear sentient beings. Everyone here in France, everyone in the entire world, everyone in the entire universe. Okay, very good, it's amazing. Let us not forget that all Buddhas and Bodhisattvas are watching us. Why not we invite all Buddhas and Bodhisattvas to be the witness and the guest to undertaking the aspiration Bodhisattva vow, as just requesting them to be the guest and the witness to what we are doing. Along with all dear sentient beings, let us slowly stand up to make 3 prostrations to all Buddhas and Bodhisattvas. Okay, page 47. all the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas, reinforce the visualization of all Buddhas and Bodhisattvas in front of us. Like the two parents, seeing that their child, the eldest daughter, or their daughter and the son, they are making a perfect performance, public performance for the first time. And the two parents are so happy. They left everything, all the works behind. And they come to participate amidst the audience, to waving their hands to you. This is exactly what all the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas said they are doing the last 10 days. All the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas, they are so happy. What momentous the event, the last 10 days. They are so happy, so proud. What are you doing? And you encourage all your two parents and your children and all sentient beings to take part in this, so that the Buddha nature will become manifest and all the suffering will come to an end. With that in mind, let's wholeheartedly recite with the meanings flowing. I go for refuge to the triple gem. I confess the negativities individually.
I rejoice in the virtues, all the beings. I hold the blessed Buddha in my heart. I go for refuge to the Triple Gem. I confess the negativities individually. I rejoice in the virtues, all the beings. I hold the blessed Buddha in my heart. I go for refuge to the Triple Gem. I confess the negativities individually. I rejoice in the virtues, all the beings. I hold the blessed Buddha in my heart. I go for refuge to the Triple Gem. I confess the negativities individually. I rejoice in the virtues, all the beings. I hold the blessed Buddha in my heart. Okay, the next two stanzas are so important. Invoking all Buddhas and Bodhisattvas, so excited, with great excitement, they're watching you, even more excited in you, the engaging in the aspiration Bodhisattva vow, the actual event of the aspiration Bodhisattva vow, and all the demonstration beings, they happily join you, and you are leading. Gurus, Buddhas, and Bodhisattvas, please pay heed to me. Just as previous Buddhas have generated the mind of Bodhicitta, and just as they successively dwell in the Bodhisattva practices, likewise for the benefit of all sentient beings, I will generate the mind of Bodhicitta, and likewise shall I do successively the Bodhisattva practices. Gurus, Buddhas, and Bodhisattvas, please pay heed to me. Just as previous Buddhas have generated the mind of Bodhicitta, and just as they successively dwell in the Bodhisattva practices, likewise for the benefit of all sentient beings, I will generate the mind of Bodhicitta, and likewise shall I too successfully follow the Bodhisattva practices. Gurus, Buddhas, and Bodhisattvas, please pay heed to me. Just as previous Buddhas have generated the mind of Bodhicitta, and just as they successfully dwell in the Bodhisattva practices, likewise for the benefit of all sentient beings, I will generate the mind of Bodhicitta, and likewise shall I do successfully Bodhisattva practices. Okay, feel the joy of having received the aspiration Bodhisattva vow. This is so precious, and the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas, they are so proud of what you did today. All these many lifetimes, innumerable lifetimes since time immemorial, what we have been doing. Just look at what we are now suffering terribly. This is the result of what we've been doing in the past. This is the very clear indication, a clear inference of what we have been doing in the past, never having engaged in such a precious activity of taking the aspiration Bodhisattva vows. And today, for the first time, after all these many lifetimes, the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas, they are trying to bless us, they are trying to encourage us, they try to come in different forms to inspire us, but never succeeded thus far. And today, they are so happy that somehow this is happening. And that you actually engaged in taking the aspiration Bodhisattva vow. They could not really believe what is happening today. They are so happy. This happiness and the joy that they feel invoke the Vajra moon, full-fledged version of the Kalachakra Bodhicitta, the wisdom of emptiness, to multiply infinite number of times. She once said of Vajra moon, in barrage like rain showers, these replicas of Vajra moon, they descend to merge when they visualize it at your heart, to become non-dual, stabilized and blessed, the one that visualize your heart. Likewise, all these replicas of Vajra moon from all the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas in barrage like rain shower, they descend to merge with the one that you have visualized at the heart of your mother, at the heart of your father, at the heart of your children, at the heart of each one of your members, at the heart of the beings here in Kalachakra Center, the human beings, the animals, the insects, the spirits, the hungry ghosts, helpings, God and goddesses. The one with each one of the sentient beings in France, in the world, and in the entire universe, thereby blessing everybody. Amazing. This is the greatest gift that you can possibly think of making to all the demon sentient beings. Today you gifted this to them. And this is the greatest offering of all the innumerable
offerings that you can think of, the best and the most, the one which all the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas will really feel happy about, pleased about, is the gift of this, what you did today. And today, you offered this to all Buddhas and Bodhisattvas. And this is the wisest way by which to extract meaning out of a life. And today you extracted that. You have given such a meaning to your life. It's amazing. This is all happening because of the kindness of all Buddhas and Bodhisattvas. Along with all dear sentient beings, let us slowly stand to make 3 prostrations to all Buddhas and Bodhisattvas as a gesture of thanking them. Okay, page 48. Let us wholeheartedly say this, along with all dear sentient beings, and the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas are watching us. Throughout my future lifetimes, may I always be guided by the compassionate Buddha and be able to help all the true practices Bodhicittas ever in the course of my life. Throughout my future lifetimes, may I always be guided by the compassionate Buddha and be able to uphold the true precious Bodhicittas even in the course of my life. Throughout my future lifetimes, may I always be guided by the compassionate Buddha and be able to uphold the true precious Bodhicittas even in the course of my life. In order to further increase in Bodhicitta from now on, those with discernment who have lucidly seized and awakened a mind in this way should highly praise in the following manner. Today, my life has borne fruit. Having well obtained this human existence, I have been born in the family of the Buddha and now in one of the Buddha's children. Thus, whatever actions I do from now on must be in accord with the family. Never shall I disgrace or pollute this noble and unsullied race. Just like a blind person discovering a jewel in Hebrew rubbish, likewise by some coincidence an awakening mind has been born within me. It's the supreme ambrosia that overcomes the sovereignty of death. It's the inexhaustible treasure that eliminates all poverty in the world. It's supreme medicine that quells the world's disease. It's a tree that shelters all beings wandering and tired on the path of conditioned existence. It is universal bridge that leads to freedom from unhappy states of birth. It's the dawning moon of the mind that dispels the torment of disturbing conceptions. It's a great sun that finally removes the misty ignorance of the world. It's the quintessential butter from the churn of the milk of Dharma. For all those guests traveling on the path of conditioned existence who wish to experience the boundless happiness, this will satisfy them with joy, and it shall praise them in supreme bliss. Today, in the presence of all the protectors, I invite the world to be guests at a festival temper in ultimate delight. May gods, demigods, and all be joyful. Okay, to reinforce the profundity of the compassion and how the sentient beings, they're suffering because of self-grasping ignorance, and self-grasping is continuously projecting the conventional realities, and thus getting trapped of seeing them as objectively real, and then in the end making prayer, very strong prayer. How I wish that with the accumulation of my own merit, may I soon be able to deliver, soon be able to reveal this teaching of emptiness to all my dear sentient beings, so that they will be woken up from the sleep of ignorance. Therefore, sentient beings resemble dreams. Upon analysis, they are like the plantain trees. Whether they release or not from sorrow, ultimately there is no difference. What is there to gain and what is there to lose with things that are empty of true existence in this way? Who is there to pay me respect and who is there to abuse me? From what are pleasure and pain derived? What is there to be happy or unhappy about?
When one searches for the ultimate nature, who is there to crave and what is there to crave for? Upon analysis, this world of living beings is found to have no true existence. Therefore, who can die here? What is there to come and what is pain? Who are friends and who are relatives? O you who are investigating reality, please recognize, as I've done, that all is just like space. Those who wish to be happy are greatly disturbed by cause for and overjoyed by the cause of pleasure. But not finding happiness, they suffer, and in order to find it, they exert themselves. They argue with others, cut and stab one another. With many wrong deeds, they live in a state of great hardship. Even though they repeatedly come to happy existences and experience much pleasure there, upon dying they fall for a long time into the unbearable suffering lower realms. Within conditioned existence, the chasms of suffering are many, and the liberating comprehension of ultimate truth is absent. Furthermore, the apprehension of true existence and the understanding of emptiness mutually contradict one another. But if while in conditioned existence I do not realize this ultimate truth, I shall continue to experience a limitless ocean of misery, unbearable and beyond analogy. Likewise, through not having realized emptiness, I have little strength for virtue, and by human life of leisure and endowment is indeed very short. Also, I strive hard to live long and avoid illness. I am concerned with hunger, rest, and sleep. I am injured by others and keep meaningless company with the childish. Therefore, this life swiftly passes with no meaning, and it is very hard to find the chance to investigate reality. In this case, where is there the means to reverse this beginningless habit of grasping true existence? Furthermore, devils are exerting themselves to cast us into vast unfortunate realms. There are many mistaken paths. It is hard to resolve the doubts about the perfect way. It will be hard to find the leisure of human life again, and extremely difficult to find the presence of the Buddhas. It is hard to forsake these further afflictions. Alas, sentient beings will continue to suffer. Oh, indeed, it is worth feeling sorrow for those that drift in the river of pain, who, although they experience great miseries, are unaware of the suffering they go through. For example, some ascetics wash themselves again and again, and others repeatedly enter fire, but although they thereby suffer greatly, they pretend themselves as being happy. Similarly, those who mistake the suffering for joy and live as though there were no aging or death are first of all killed by the Lord of death, and then experience the unbearable misery of falling into lower realms. When shall I be able to extinguish the pains of those tormented by the fires of suffering with the rain of my accumulated happiness that has sprung from the clouds of my merits, and by having in the manner of not objectifying true existence, intensely will I gather the accumulation of merit? When will I be able to reveal emptiness to those who are ascended by view of true existence? Om Muni Muni Maha Muni Swaha. 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 Om Mani Beme Ho. 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 Om Arabazanadi. 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 Dedication, page 49. Page 49, dedication. I dedicate the merit thus gathered towards the realization that descended prayers of the Buddhas and Bodhisattas of the 3 times, and to the upholding of the doctrine of scripture and insight. May I in all lives, through the force of this merit, never separate from the 4 wheels of the Mahana vehicle, and accomplish all the stages of the path, renunciation, bodhicitta, perfect in the 2 stages. From our 2 collections, vast space that have amassed from working with effort at this practice for a great length of time, may I become the chief leading Buddha for all those whose minds wisdom is blinded by ignorance. Tirtha Om Gate Gate Paragate Parasam Gate Bodhiswaha Tyatha Om Gate Gate Paragate Parasam Gate Bodhiswaha Tyatha Om Gate Gate Paragate Parasam Gate Bodhiswaha Tyatha Om Gate Gate Paragate Parasam Gate Bodhiswaha